Hi there, hopefully you found this channel because you are interested in the Škoda ENYAQ or at least electric vehicles, because the whole point of this channel is that I'm here to try and help people who either have an EV or are thinking about an EV, and particularly the Škoda ENYAQ, or maybe even the Škoda ELROQ, which is its new smaller cousin, which is coming in January of 2025. Anyway, the whole point about this channel was I set it up to try and do what someone else did for me when I was first making the leap from a petrol car to an EV. And that was a guy called James, who's got a YouTube channel called Lemon Tea Leaf. He doesn't really do much in the way of videos these days, but back in the day he had a Nissan Leaf and he was showing that actually it's possible to do a fairly regular lengthy commute, in his case from Newcastle to Edinburgh, and you can do that in an electric car without any real hassle. So I found those videos really useful, really reassuring, and eventually I made the leap and bought a Nissan Leaf like he had. Fast forward to 2021 when I got the ENYAQ, and I thought, well, actually, maybe I could do something similar because I found it really helpful. Maybe I can help other people too. So that's the whole point about this channel. It's the theme that kind of runs through most of my videos is when I make a long trip, and they're usually longer than going to Newcastle, then I just make a video to say it's okay, you can do it in an electric car. It's not a real hassle. And if you've watched back my older videos, I used to have the ENYAQ 60, which is the smaller battery, and even in that car, long trips were no problem at all. So it all feels much the same all the time. I'm doing the same kind of thing. So I thought I'm making a trip next week down to Manchester, which is probably about 4.5 hour drive. I'm going to make a video about it because it's just another experience and it shows people how easy it is. But I thought I'd try and find out, is there something more I can do? What would people like to see? So I was doing a podcast recently with Škoda. So on the back of that, I asked them what sort of things they think customers of theirs might be worried about, might want to get more information on, because I'm an owner. I'm not a manufacturer. I actually have the car. I don't get paid for telling them anything about the car. So, you know, it's maybe a little more reliable or trustworthy than whatever manufacturers are going to tell you. So what Škoda said was, these are the sorts of questions that people would ask. How and when do you plan your long trips? Oh, my screen's gone off. How do you choose your preferred chargers? How do you prepare the car before you set off? Do you charge it fully or to 80, or what do you do? When you're charging, how do you spend your free time? Could I maybe share some insights about the speed and the conditions in the video? Maybe the road conditions and so on. And after what sort of time do I plan to stop? Do I stop based on my needs, the traffic or the car? You know, how do I plan all that? And then, am I using Škoda PowerPass, yes or no? So I can answer all those questions quite easily. I probably do it in most of my videos in one way or another, but it's nice to have a list. But before I actually set off next week and do a video about that, I thought I'd basically put a call out here on the channel. If you either have an EV and want to learn how to use it better or more effectively, or you're thinking about an EV and that needn't be a Škoda, then let me know. What are the sort of things that make you anxious? What are the things that are causing you concern? What would you like to have some real world information about? And if you let me know in the comments, then I will try and cover those points when I make the video next week. And there's another video which I'll try and get out before then. I recently made a trip, not with the car. I flew down with EasyJet to Bristol, picked up a hire car from Hertz. It was a Polestar 2, and I headed across to a conference in Wales and then reversed the process on the way back. It's really good, and I have some thoughts about how the Polestar compares with the ENYAQ, which I'll get out once I manage to edit that video together. So stick around for that, and hopefully you'll learn something from that video too. Anyway, let me know in the comments below, what are the burning questions if you're either an EV owner or a prospective EV owner, and what can I try and help you out with? Thanks very much.